Good morning and welcome back to episode 2 of the Ultimate Garage Build here at Avenged HQ. Now in last week's video, we installed a BendPak 2-post lift. If you did not see that video, be sure to go check that out. We got one of their high-rise asymmetrical lifts and this thing is an absolute beast. I've wanted a lift for so long and I thought the lift was gonna be the thing that I was most excited about in this garage, but what's coming today is a very close second. Ever since I started envisioning having a space to work in and really make this brand something greater, I've wanted just a fat wall of garage cabinets with a workbench and space to organize all of my tools and all the stuff that goes in the garage. And today, we're making that dream come true. So I ordered some NewAge Pro Series garage cabinets about a week ago. And when I ordered them, they said they weren't gonna come for a little over a month, which would have put them here like the first week of July. I got a call last week that they were ready to be delivered this week and they are actually coming today. So the truck should be here any minute to get those dropped off and we're gonna get them in the garage and unpacked. The cabinets are unpacked and I am freaking out. Like, it just looks so badass and they're not even in place or like fully assembled, but let me show you what we got. So my whole idea for this space here is to make kind of a set within the garage, if you will. This is gonna be where most of the work takes place when we're working on cars. So I want it to look good and be an efficient workspace that's easy to work in, have all of our stuff organized. So this is on the small bay side of the garage door, so you can drive a car straight in. This is gonna be where our lift goes. You can kind of see that we've marked out spots here. That's roughly where I'm thinking it's gonna go. So having this garage cabinet set up in the front, we're gonna have a workbench in the middle so that when a car is on the lift, we can easily go back and forth between the tools and the workbench and have that all laid out super nicely. So like I said, these are the NewAge Pro Series garage cabinets. I opted for the Pro Series because they use a little bit thicker gauge metal and they just kind of feel more high quality. So like when you open the doors, they just feel super solid. Obviously you guys can't feel them, but it just feels really high quality. And I wanted to build this place out right from the start. So I opted for the nicer set of their Pro Series ones. This is kind of roughly where they're gonna go. There's gonna be a little bit more space in between these two pieces, and there's about an 84-inch workbench that's gonna go over the top there. And that gives you a rough idea of what's going on there. And then we'll have cabinets that go over the top of the workbench in between the two lockers. Now, in order to do all of this, we need to build a wall. So we're gonna put up a wall here and it's gonna kind of separate this back area, and then I can keep all the lawn equipment and all that kind of stuff for not working on cars nicely tucked out of the way back here. So we're gonna build a little over a 13-foot wall that's gonna start right here and come all the way over, and that's gonna allow us to mount these cabinets up. I went to our local lumber store this morning, got all the 2x4s, sheetrock, screws, everything we need to build this wall all on order. And I'm just waiting for my dad to get over here. He's gonna bring over his 66 F100 so we can haul all of that stuff from the lumber yard to the garage and get started on actually building this wall. So if you thought car parts were expensive, lumber's got it beat. This is what nearly $400 of lumber looks like. We've got a bunch of 2x4s, sheetrock, a couple 2x4s that are 16 feet, and then the screws. This stuff is not cheap. Wall up, it's secured over here, but we still need to secure it on the bottom. We're going to use these 3-inch anchors. So these are going to go through into the concrete. We're going to use this guy here that actually uses like a little bullet cartridge and fires that thing into the ground. The wall is firmly secured. Got our fasteners all along the bottom. And then temporarily, until we add the bathroom back here, which the wall will be adjoined to, we've got a piece going here to secure it so there's no wobble in the wall. Now we need to get the sheetrock. So we're gonna sheetrock this whole thing and this little L over here. Long term, we will sheetrock all along here. boys, the structure of the wall is all done. We got the framing done, the sheetrock is all up. Let me show you real quick. All right, there's the wall. So it's an 8-foot wall. These cabinets are just under 7 feet, so we'll have a little bit of space above them on the top there, but it's gonna look awesome. We're gonna have the 2 lockers, one here, one there, small cabinets in the center with a workbench over the top, cabinets up between the lockers, hanging on the wall there, and it's just gonna be a super usable space. And I cannot wait to get it in there and have this kind of be the backdrop for where the lift is. So the last thing we need to do on the wall before the cabinets go up is tape, mud, and paint. I'm planning to do all that work tomorrow and hoping that the paint will be dry later in the day that we can actually get the cabinets mounted up and see what this looks like. All right, we are back for day 2 of the wall install. Today we're gonna be doing the taping and mudding, and I was completely naive in thinking that we could do the taping, mudding, and painting all in one day, so it's definitely gonna be broken up over a couple days here. But we're gonna go ahead and get started and get the first layer of tape and mud on here. Boys, we are back today. It's been a minute since I picked up the camera, and unfortunately when I came over last night to get the wall to the point it is now, I forgot my charged battery and my charger at home. So we're back today. The wall has been taped, mudded, primered, textured, and then primered again, and is ready for paint now. So the wall's got a solid coat of white primer on it, light coat of texture. It's not gonna probably show on camera, but it's all ready for paint. So I went ahead and picked out a nice gray color to complement the black cabinets that are gonna go here. All right, coat 1 is done. We're gonna put a second coat on it. I'm hoping that's all the paint that it needs, and that'll wrap up the wall, and it'll finally be time to put the cabinets up. So I finished doing 2 coats, and I'm thinking we've got pretty good coverage, so I don't think we'll need a 3rd coat. I did lie a little bit earlier. We're gonna be putting some rubber industrial trim down along the bottom, which is why there's a little bit of exposed kind of sheetrock there. That's gonna cover about 4 or 5 inches. Once we do that, then we can finally do the cabinet. All right, boys, we're gonna get the wall wrapped up today. It's about 9:30 at night. We've had an insane heat wave here in the Pacific Northwest. It was 100 degrees today. It's supposed to be like 106 tomorrow and 110 the next day. Like absolutely unheard of temperatures here in Washington. So I'm doing this late at night, trying to escape the heat a little bit, and it's still pretty warm, but we need to get this thing done so we can start working on cars in here. Let me show you what we're working on. So we're gonna be using this 4-inch rubber trim. It's gonna go along the bottom here and just finish that off real nice. I'm gonna be using a wall baseboard bond that goes along the back here through a caulking gun, and it just spreads it across there, and we'll go ahead and get it fitted up there. Make sure we've got it tucked nicely in the corners. That is a wrap on this trim. I think for my first time doing it, not too bad. I've got the heaviest things they could find to put around the corner here to help it make sure it adheres properly on that corner, but the wall's done. Let's take a step back here and look at that. Woohoo! Yeah, for not building a wall before or doing any sort of like this type of work, I'm pretty stoked on it. So next step is getting these cabinets and the workbench finally set up. It's literally gonna run all the way across here. It's like 156 inches. This is gonna be rad. We are officially back for the cabinet install to wrap up this video. We got a little excited and already started putting this one up and got that leveled out. So with these cabinets, we wanna work from high to low. This side of the garage is ever so slightly higher, so we're starting over here. And like I said, we're gonna have one of these lockers on this side, one on this side with one of these guys right next to it, worktop over the top, and cabinet up here. So we need to go ahead and put the legs, like you see on this one down here, on these cabinets, and that one over there. And then we'll start getting them all up on the wall. We've got the big 4 pieces on the ground, all somewhat in place and leveled. So we went ahead and made sure that all the lines here match up, all the lines here match up. Ran a 2x4 across the top to make sure that this is all level between them. So nothing is screwed together at this point. What we're gonna do is put the countertop on here, and there's screws that go in from the bottom, 4 of them here, 4 of them there. And then these cabinets actually screw together from the inside here as well. And then the 2 outer ones are gonna get screwed into the wall. And then here's our countertop. So 84 inches across. This is all stainless steel. We're gonna get this unpacked and put over here. We've got the counter just resting on the cabinets here, and I am loving how this is coming together. This is gonna be such an awesome space. But we're just trying to figure out how to get these cabinets that are gonna go across the top here situated. Now they come with a wall bracket like this, and we're using the 2x4 to give us our line of where they go between the cabinets. But these need to sit just below the 2x4 so that the cabinets actually sit flush. So we're just trying to figure out how to make sure we have consistency across here. This is looking so unbelievably good. So everything is pretty close to in its place here. So the last thing we need to do is secure these 2 outer ones to the wall. And then there's bolts actually that go between each cabinet to secure them all together. All right, we are about 95% done with the cabinet install. We just gotta do a couple last leg bolts in the lockers on the side, screw the lower cabinets to the lockers, and attach the workbench, and we'll be done. Then I just gotta put the shelves inside and we'll start organizing and wrap up this video. But it's about 11 o'clock. I've got work tomorrow, so we're gonna come back and finish this up at a later date, and I will see you guys then. We are back to wrap up this cabinet install and get this wall finalized. So the last couple things we need to do are just bolting together a few of the cabinets and screwing the workbench into the cabinets. So I'm gonna do that stuff off camera because there's no like real visual like progress being made. You're not gonna see anything. I'll catch up with you guys when I'm done with that, and we'll start organizing all the stuff into the cabinets. All right, before we start organizing, let's just take a look at how good this cabinet wall turned out. I can't believe how good it looks, but now let's get organized. So I went ahead and got a lot of the griot stuff organized into these cabinets here. This was a lot of stuff that was sitting out that I really wanted to get cleaned up. So we'll probably deal with the rest of this stuff later, but got all the extra gallons of product up here. Back stock of items that I use frequently, like black satin tire shine, foaming tire cleaner. We got a couple ceramic options, all the polishers and whatnot down here with pads and the cords for them. And then the microfibers here. Long term, I do want to find a better solution for storing these, but for now, this will work just fine. Now my plan long-term is to use these for tool storage. So I'm gonna get all the tools organized into there, as well as have some power tools stored up there. Now I'm debating what to do here. I would like to add some power, but NewAge also makes kind of like a backsplash is what they call it. That's like a slat board that you can organize stuff into. That might be a really good way to organize stuff as well. All right, you guys, that is gonna wrap up the cabinet install video. We've got another garage renovation video coming up with all the griot stuff. I gotta get that all sorted out, but we're gonna get this set up to be the ultimate detailing station. I hope you guys are loving these garage videos. I'm having a ton of fun making the Avenged garage, exactly what I've always envisioned. But that's gonna wrap it up for this week's video. So until next time, peace out, and I'll see you soon.